Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. On to the next reaction to season 2 of 911. Again, for me, it's been a couple of weeks since the last time I recorded. Work's been really busy, but I'm really enjoying it. I've got a couple of days off, so hopefully, touch wood, I'm going to be able to record a couple of episodes whilst I'm off. Last episode that we watched was Dosed, and obviously the team got dosed with those drugs by the woman who was trying to help them. There was a news reporter there who turned out to be a bitch, as expected. I kind of got caught off guard a little bit. I expected her to be doing a bad thing, and it seemed like it was a good thing at the end, until she was like, no, I wanted to show all the bad stuff, but they wouldn't let me. Awful. But the main part of the episode that for me was the exciting part moving forward is Maddie and Chimney. He helped her move into a new place. She invited him around to watch a DVD. And eat popcorn. I'm hoping this is the start of a new relationship. Obviously, I know nothing about the show, really, but it seems like that's the way it's going forward, and I'm really excited because if you told me before it happened that these two are going to kind of maybe get together, it maybe wouldn't have worked on paper for me. I would have been like, what? But actually just seeing it develop is really cute. That's what I always say about the show. So I'm excited to see where that goes. This episode is called Haunted. So I wonder if it's going to be like a Halloween-themed episode, something ooky spooky. Maybe people who think the houses are haunted, but there's something a bit more natural going on. Let's jump into the episode to find out. If you enjoyed the video, please let me know down below what you thought of the episode, the reaction, and if you're enjoying my reactions to 911 Series 2. Okay, let's jump into Season 2, Episode 7 of 911 Haunted.
If there's one hard thing you learn in this job, it's that one way or the other, this day or the next, eventually, everything dies.
Oh my god.
Please don't be mad.
Oh god. Someone buried alive. You would absolutely cack yourself, right? If you were him or her. It's a zombie.
Me and Stavros were digging a plot.
Oh.
When we got pulled in, like the grave was digging itself.
Oh.
Sinkhole.
I thought it might be someone who like got accidentally buried when they were still alive and broke out.
And bubble wrap. See it?
How long ago did this happen?
I don't know.
Wow.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that can't be good.
Keys for this thing.
Should still be in it.
We're gonna get this man out of here.
Come on,
One
Han.
damn way or another.
Come on, Han.
Get out, guys, get out.
She knows how to control on these things.
Literally pulled a man from a grave.
Oh yeah.
You did. I just hope they understand.
But who understands?
Your spiritually disturbed. Maybe that mess following me home.
It's not a supernatural show. We're okay. Shit. Pardon me.
I haven't spoken to my father since I was like 9.
He's in the ICU.
This hospital? He's here?
He was brought in yesterday, unconscious. They've been trying to get in touch with us ever since.
Okay, definitely a story
How
there.
did they know to look for me?
He had your name and our address in his wallet.
But we're seeing severe widespread damage.
These machines are the only thing keeping him alive. And you want to know whether or not to withdraw life support.
I'm so sorry. Without an advance directive, our protocol is to keep him alive until we can contact the next of kin.
Do we know why they've not spoken, as she'd said before? That's not an easy decision to make. Whether it's someone that you're close to, you have to make that decision. Or you're like, I haven't spoken to him in like 30 years. It's my responsibility to make that decision. What was that noise?
But is there really even a decision that needs to be made here? I mean, that prognosis, people don't generally recover from something like that.
I
Well,
mean,
people don't generally survive rebar through their brain either.
also true.
Touche.
So hard. I would never want to be in that position.
human remains, Cap. Skeletal remains.
All right, we'll flag it.
Where the hell is he then? The water?
Unless.
What, do you think a ghost called 911?
I'm just saying.
Okay, so no ghost.
No ghost.
Yeah, I think we heard something, Cap.
Easy, buddy, we're here.
Oh, but
Cap, we got a live one.
Can you tell me your name?
Ian,
Ian, okay. We're gonna get you out of here, okay?
my leg is broken.
a little bit. Oh, sorry, it was.
basket down to you.
How'd you find me?
Wasn't easy. You weren't on long enough for them to ping your phone.
On with who?
With 911.
I dropped my phone when I went over. I didn't call 911.
Ooh.
Somebody saw him go over and picked up his phone, used it to make the call so that nobody would know that they were there too.
I mean,
What do you
maybe.
know about the bones?
Well, not much. He'd been out there for a while.
He?
Yeah, there was this wedding band. Based on the ring size, Eddie figured it must have been male.
Vista Point?
Is she looking for someone?
Palos Verdes, right?
Yeah. Why are you getting all detective on this? This isn't your beat.
A field sergeant. I go where I want. Athena Grant.
Our grounds include
Just
two
never
outdoor
stops
play
working.
areas,
Eddie,
gymnasium,
don't
music,
even do this to my
theater,
heart.
Full range of academic offerings, as well as behavioral and cognitive programs.
I think Christopher would be well cared for.
Yeah. And the problem with like the normal public schools, as much as it is like a normal life, is if we're honest.
Sorry.
Oh, Christopher's terrific. We have your information. All we need now is to meet Mrs. Diaz. That won't be a problem, will it?
Yeah.
No, it's definitely a problem.
Look, I know Christopher's
They don't
a
always
touchy subject with
have
you,
the right
but
sort of
I'm sure if we explain the situation to principal,
things to help
someone
people with
will
special
find a
needs.
workaround.
Special effects are on point.
I don't think those are special effects.
Hell is going on?
I've got one here. October 29, 2011.
911, what's your emergency?
I was hiking, fell off. That cliff there. Can you hear
That same call.
You're breaking up. What's your location?
No. That's not right. That sounds like my call from yesterday. Pull it up.
Sweet.
I don't understand. There was
That's
a
weird.
voice on the other end of the line.
Same voice from 7 years ago?
Yes.
So a ghost called 911?
Yeah, baby.
Down there for 7 years. I guess you got tired of waiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, hope is a tricky thing. Yeah, it keeps you going for a while, but at some point, if what you're hoping for is never gonna happen, then it's just holding you back from your life.
Are we talking about Abby?
Yeah, but it's hard to know though, right? If you're hanging on too long or
She's not even speaking to you, dude.
giving up too soon.
I think you do know.
Like, seriously. Have some self-respect.
It just may take you some time to admit it to yourself.
Yeah. Poor guy, though. Like, she did just piss off. Which is fine, the way she wanted to leave, but the way she's been since, which obviously, because they haven't got the actress in it anymore, is not cool.
It's that article the Times did on paramedics.
Oh my God, man, that awful photo of me.
I happen to love that photo of you.
The story is 3 years old. How long has my dad been back here?
I mean, it's kind of sweet. Oh, is this the ex? Finally. What do you want? We know what she wants, but...
Hi.
Hmm.
He's gotten so big.
That's what she said. So inappropriate. Scott, shut up.
He asked about me.
Not in a while.
Maybe I could talk to him. Make sure it's what he wants.
I don't think that's a good idea.
You want to be a mum all of a sudden?
That's confusing. I'm his mom.
Who he hasn't seen in almost 2 years?
My mother was sick. She was all alone. You know why I had to go.
Yeah, but we were expecting you'd come back.
I don't like her.
And you didn't.
You could have come with me. You didn't want to leave Texas, and your parents, and your sisters, and at least not until it was something that was important to you.
That's not fair. I was trying to do what's best for Christopher.
I needed a husband and a co-parent. And instead, all I got was a life alone in Texas with a baby and you on another continent.
I needed someone to have my back.
I always had your back.
No. You were in Afghanistan.
I don't even know how to feel about those kind of things, because it's got to be so hard for people whose partners go to war, but they're doing such a noble thing. It's like hard to hate them for it, but also they are leaving family behind. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. She just seems like a bitch, though.
I never even let myself imagine who this man was all these years. It was just too much pain to make him real in my mind's eye. Which means that I've never hated him enough to feel good about pulling the plug on him.
But now at least you know he was a man haunted by his demons and channeling his own angels. Like any of us. Medical just got a hit.
Okay.
You got a name?
Cal State Prison. Alex Armando Perez. He was just 22 years old.
Oh.
He'd only been out 6 months.
Oh my. Oh
Are you some
my.
kind of pirate?
Snake Plissken? Escape from New York? Kurt Russell?
Oh.
John Carpenter's masterpiece?
Oh, right. Well, I prefer Tango and Cash.
You want to keep that shot on his butt?
You
That's
cute,
fine
so
by
I
me.
approve. So you decided to leave Texas, and you just so happened to choose a job working 30 minutes from where your ex lives.
LAFD are the best in the country. In the world.
If she's gotten herself back together, you know what's best for your son.
Yeah, but
And that's for his mother to be back in his life. Sooner than later.
What if she screws up?
doesn't mean he wants to be with her,
Both
though.
of you have grown up a lot over the years. And a boy needs his mama.
But I kind of really want those little pumpkin.
You know what? It's so cute. I could just rip you to shreds.
Oh, wow.
Are you sure you want to do this? We could try other things.
We both know they won't work. He's a good boy. Just don't want him to suffer anymore.
I don't want to watch this.
Just be a horse again.
Worthy.
I hate this show.
You want me to do it, Han?
No, I got it.
Han.
It's the right thing to do. But it doesn't make it any more pleasant. Oh no. Don't let her watch this.
He's my friend. He's my friend.
This show just can't have one episode, can it, without trying to make you, feel like you're having your heart torn out.
I saw your missing persons report.
They kept trying to tell me he'd run out on me.
There was no evidence of foul play. It
Just
looks
fell.
like he was just hiking and the road washed out beneath his feet. The medical examiner will contact you about his remains.
Mommy, can we go now? Yes, baby, of course. Just a minute. Just a minute.
It's a really good thing that she did. And like I say, she spent her whole life thinking he'd run out. No, it wouldn't. Having people tell her he'd run out when she knew he wouldn't do that.
And the longer I was gone, the harder it was to come back, to face you, to face Christopher. He must hate me.
What are you talking about? Why would Christopher hate you?
Because I did this to him. I have relived every moment of that pregnancy so many times. Just trying to figure out how it happened and what I did wrong. And I thought I could make up for it, so I did all this research. Needed a break. So then the mother who hurt her kid left him.
Okay. I just feel like I understand her a little better now.
What happened wasn't your fault. And he misses you. I miss you.
No. She might be a lovely person now. And when you've got that relationship, it's understandable that you connect. But I don't like it. I don't know, I just feel very uneasy.
I mean, she needs to go and dip her toe in the real world. So, you know, she doesn't have a fear of being pulled under by all of these memories.
Tell me about it. Everything in this place is hers. She feels less and less a part of it every day.
Oh, but you know what you need to do.
This whole time I felt like I was being haunted by this memory of her. I should have moved on a long time ago.
I think so. I kind of miss the more playful old book that we used to know. Which hopefully will come back if he moves out
When I was a
and
little kid, I used to write you letters.
moves on.
I wrote about my Cabbage Patch dolls. In that moment, I saw my best friend and I realized I wanted to kiss her. You became like my diary. I don't know what you would have wanted.
What?
'Cause I don't know you. I can only go off of what I would want. And I wouldn't want to live like this. So I'm going to forgive you, Dad. And let you go.
Sometimes all we can do is turn the page. Let go. That's what I need to do now. I'm not sure if you'll ever come back or how I'll feel if you do. But I am sure that I cannot wait anymore.
Good.
Now it's time for me to figure out who I am without you.
Yeah, it's time. Okay, that was my reaction to Season 2, Episode 7 of A 911 Haunted. And that was a weird episode. Like, I liked it. Again, it wasn't like that last episode. It wasn't my favourite episode of the season. I felt like the first few episodes of the season were so strong. The first, 4 or 5 episodes were so good. The last two have been not as good for me, but I did still really enjoy it. And there were some really nice character moments throughout. And some good calls that they went on. And some spooky stuff, which is always really interesting. It was one that kind of gave me... I kind of felt like a little confused with my thoughts at times. For example, say the book storyline, where he's finally realising that Abby's not coming back. He needs to move on and move out of her apartment. And he's just kind of holding on to this hope, this ghost or whatever, of this relationship that isn't anymore. And it's holding him back. And it's weird for me feeling like, yes, book, move out, let her go, move on. Because I was so into Book and Abby in Season 1. Like, it took me a little while to get on board with it. I was glad that they took it slowly. But I did really like their relationship. And I felt like it got to a really good point. And it helped him grow up. And I liked them two together. But at the end of the day, she has been gone. She isn't speaking to him much. It isn't hard to send a message or a text. Or I think he said at one point he saw her somewhere on Instagram. Send him an Instagram message or to give him a call. And like I said, the calls are becoming less frequent, and when they do call, they're shorter. So it's clear that she's not invested in the relationship either. And it's not fair for him to just wait around. So it's great that he's finally moving out. And like I say, I missed kind of like the fun-loving book from the start of series 1. Yes, that was like a bit of a slutty book, but shut up, Alex, I wasn't talking to you. And maybe he'll become that again, I don't know, but it just feels, at least like for like the first few episodes of this season so far, Buck's definitely been sidelined a lot, and he's had a good relationship with Eddie, which has been really interesting. But when it comes to like his love life with Abby and stuff, it's always been quite somber, and she's not here, I'm waiting around for it, I'm living here. And it's like, come on, Buck, we need you to kind of move on from this, because it's not fair to him, and hopefully we'll have a bit more positive, a bit more fun. Hopefully he gets closed off again, because perfect. But yeah, I'm glad he's moved out. That is really good. The hen stuff was sad. It was really complicated again, because anyone that needs to decide whether you're going to pull the plug on someone, which is an awful way to word it, but to cut all like stop the machines that are keeping someone breathing, if that's the only thing that's keeping them alive, that's a really hard decision to make. And she was in a weird position where she doesn't hate him enough to go, yes, pull the plug to get it done. She doesn't love him enough to go, this is the right thing to do. I love him so much, I want to end his suffering. She just doesn't really know him. And so that was the hard part, where it's like, I don't know what's for best, because it shouldn't be my decision. I've not spoken to him for, like, say, almost, like 30 years at least, maybe? I don't know how old is she? Is she 40? Late 30s? She's not spoken to him since she was 9. So like, I would guess around 30 years, maybe. And it's now her decision to decide whether to kill him or not, essentially. That's so hard. So it's nice that they got some sort of closure in the fact that when they got to his house, they could see that he was like keeping track of her career, her achievements, and he did care. He obviously didn't reach out properly, but yeah, it's a really complicated one. I don't even remember why she left, why she not spoken to him since she was 9. Did he walk out? There's bits of her backstory that I've still got to get to grips with, but I believe there is a backstory episode for Hen coming soon, which might focus on the shooting that was mentioned, maybe her dad leaving, or her leaving the dad. I don't really remember the backstory. It won't be her leaving the dad, she was 9, but there is things there that it has been mentioned, I don't remember it. If it was mentioned in this episode, I talked over it. But it's just one of those things that was really hard to watch, but good. The actual calls that they went on weren't like the most interesting of the series, like the guy fell off a cliff. Yeah, the interesting parts of that was the ghost call, but more so that the guy they found on the cliff that was the skeleton, and a really sad moment when they spoke to the ex and it was like, he didn't just leave you, he died. And she got that moment of, I knew he hadn't just left. I told people, they were like, he's gone back to his old ways. I knew he hadn't. That was really nice closure again. There was also one, not the one with the horse, what was the other one? The one with the bats. That kind of was visually very interesting, but nothing really came of it. There was like a guy who hit his head. That was kind of it. That was kind of a waste of the set and the exciting bat scene that they did, whatever. Then there was the big fairground, the big carnival scene with a concert or whatever. The horse scene was awful, right? Like I said, I'm glad it's not a horse that was like a character from the whole show, because like obviously you could have a police horse or someone that was like a character that we meet every now and again. And then it died, I would have been in bits. And it was really sad. But luckily I wasn't connected to that horse, or it would have been even worse. But it was really sad to see watch a horse get put down. But it was also a weird scene that is like they interjected this random scene of this horse getting killed as a reason to make people cry. It's like, we've not made people cry yet this episode, what should we do? Let's just randomly kill a horse. What? And even the scene at the beginning where the guy crawled out of the grave, and obviously it turned out they'd got sucked into the earth. It's like a lot of episodes, they have these cool calls that go on, and it kind of gets wrapped up really quickly, we never hear from them again. But sometimes it's like, call, emergency, gone. It's like the bat one. There was just no point to it. Like, I get that it is to show their lives, they're going on all these different things constantly. But I guess I prefer the ones where you do spend a bit more time with the characters, where you get to kind of feel a bit more emotion, a bit more drama, which is why I really loved the Earthquake episodes, because we spent like 2 whole episodes with some of these characters really getting into the trauma that they're going through, and I love that, which is why I'm excited for whatever comes in the next couple of seasons. I guess the only thing other really to talk about was Eddie and his relationship with his ex-partner. Still wife, but they're not really together anymore. So she finally came back on the scene because they needed to speak to her to get Christopher into the school, which is a really good school for him. I don't know how to feel about it. I feel like maybe I judged her a little bit too harshly, like, she's a bitch, blah. But I didn't get a nice vibe off her. I just didn't. But then we got to understand a little bit more of her backstory, and that she felt guilty for Christopher's disability, which I think is a very natural thing for mothers to do. Like, if you find that your kid has got a problem, especially if it's something that's happened whilst they were inside you, there might be an element of guilt to that. Could I have done something wrong? What did I do that caused this? And so she went kind of off the deep end a little bit, trying to do this research, and it was too much. And I do feel sorry for her for that. Do I think that she should have left? No. But it happens a lot in life where things just get too much mentally that you need a break. And I'm fine with that. Like, I'm not fine that she left, but I'm fine. But I understand why it might have been too much for her, and the guilt and the pressure and all that. I mean, they went about it the wrong way, and they obviously don't communicate together very well. When they heard blaming him for being in Afghanistan, again, he was doing a noble thing, but it's also got to be difficult being at home with a disabled son while your partner's in another country, potentially going to get killed. So there's all these different factors that are making me understand her character a little bit more. Them two kissing again, we'll see. We'll see where the relationship goes. If they can work it out and be nice and good, then I'm going to be okay with it. But I don't know. I just feel like exes are usually exes for a reason. It's one of my life mottos. People are like, oh, my ex has messaged me. I'm like, think about why you broke up. I'm not saying people don't change, but normally there's a lot of history. I've gone back to exes before, and that history is always cropped back up, and there's always like buried feelings, and it's just not worth it. Not worth it at all. So usually if you split up from someone, leave them in the past. But we'll see. It's a TV show. Anything can happen. We didn't have much of Maddie, Chimney. Athena had a little bit. She was the one obviously with the cold case. But yeah, good episode. I'm just waiting for another standout episode for me. But every episode of the show is good. Like, even though I'm saying it's not my favourite, don't get me wrong, it's still a really fun episode of the show. And I felt like it's just one of those shows that I'm just going to enjoy it. No matter what happens, it's going to be good. But yeah, I'm waiting for some big, intense drama episodes that I feel like will be coming up, especially if... Is there a mid-season finale coming up? I don't know. I feel like there's a flashback episode coming up, which might be interesting. I don't know, but either way, I'm really excited to see the future of the show and what happens next time. Alright, thanks for watching, guys. As always, my name is Scott. Hope you guys are well, taking care of yourselves and staying safe. If you enjoyed the video, leave some comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the reaction, the video, and if you're enjoying this series. Thanks for watching. Take care. And see you all very soon for the next episode of Series 2 of 911. Bye, guys. Stay safe.